I am in absolute disbelief at this, ladies and gents. I'm in disbelief because of the language being used here. So, heterosexuality being blatantly forced down people's throat. So there's that wording. Straight propaganda imposing on readers. What? A number of forced propaganda straight love interests. This is an article on Bleeding Cool, ladies and gents. This was sent to me by Brandon Gaines, friend of the channel. Awesome dude making great lament configuration artwork. So thanks, dude. I am so shocked. Can you just what? The absolute hypocritical contradiction at base here is, we talk about when they just swap a character out and you go, oh, well, there seems to be an agenda here. There seems to be some kind of propaganda. And these individuals at Bleeding Cool would cry and go, oh, it's just a cartoon character. What are you talking about? And then they make someone straight again. And then they're like, oh my God, it's straight propaganda. And you're like, oh, fucking what is going on? So anyway, check this out. DC cancels heterosexual Robin comic after 17 issues as sales fall flat. Now, that's not because of gay people not picking it up. It's because people in general aren't picking up comics anymore. Because people know that it's just trash. A few months ago, DC Comics cancelled the Robin comic book series starring Damian Wayne, son of Bruce Wayne, and a future Batman in the lead. The launch issue for the series from 2012 was around 60,000. That's terrible. But estimated sales for issue 3 from Comic-Con were at 49,000. I mean, that's terrible, but it's not a massive drop. But by issue 17, it has dropped well out of the top 100, estimated to be selling around 20 to 30,000 copies a month. And you know what? It's literally just because they're bad. DC's bad, Marvel's bad, comics are bad at the moment. Why do you think Comics Gate is so successful? Why do you think Eric Julie's done so well? July's done so well, whatever his bloody last name is, can't pronounce it. As a British guy, when I see July, I'm like, that's an unusual last name. Is that his name? But why do you think, Isom's doing so well from Eric? Well, because they make good stuff, right? We've got our, media giants, DC and Marvel, producing absolute trash. But Bleeding Cool, naturally, the only conclusion that sales are so low is down to the heterosexuality being blatantly forced down people's throats by way of a straight love interest for Damian Wayne in the character of Flatline. Look, just to throw it out there, being straight is the normal, right? You can be gay, you can be bi, you can do whatever you want. But the normal by definition of the vast majority, normalcy, status quo, is straight. You can't sit there and say this has been blatantly forced down people's throat. The vast majority of comic book readers aren't gay anyway. And if they are, I don't think they care about what someone's doing with their bits, because they were comic book readers before. What is this nonsense? I am so shocked that this is on... I'm shocked that this is an actual article on Bleeding Cool. This comes after a number of forced propaganda straight love interest characters. Remember, ladies and gents, just swap this out for gay people or black people and see what everyone would think then. It wouldn't go very well, would it? So this... I'm so shocked. This comes after a number of forced propaganda straight love interest characters that the young Damian Wayne, courtesy of DC Comics' straight propaganda unit, what the fuck, has been imposing on readers. Can you imagine that? Black propaganda. Bloody gay propaganda. It wouldn't go down very well, would it? Has been imposing on readers over the years, including Raven, Murray Grayson, Emiko Queen, Jin, Cara Danvers, or Stephanie Brown. Yeah, that's it, ladies and gents. It's definitely because they've removed the gay. That's why it's going downhill. The fucking nonsense. Oh, I'm going to go drink some cider after this. This continues a wave of straight propaganda in recent years in comic books. What? What? Straight propaganda in comic books in recent years? You mean normal? Because again, it is. You can like what you like, guys. But don't deny reality. What is normal is defined by the vast majority. And, sorry, the vast majority is straight, so that is normal. Oh my god, including Ben Grimm marrying Alicia Masters, the Human Torch finding a soulmate in Sky, before shagging, this is dialogue from Bleeding Cool, shagging Doctor Doom's wife Victorious in the Fantastic Four, which already contained a straight marriage. Oh my god, you can't have that, can you? It had a straight marriage and Human Torch boned Doctor Doom's wife. Oh my god! It's straight overload. This is insane. Spider-Man just asked out Black Cat this week, and even on TV shows, She-Hulk just smashed Daredevil. Yes, mate. Because, again, that's normal. Traditionally, the character of Robin has been seen as a queer comic book character. I never read the comic book character as queer. I never read the comic book character as straight. Because he's a child. And so that's fucking weird. Funnily enough. Just throwing that out there. Both by the looks of Dr. Frederick Worthman in Seduction of the Innocent, and more recently with Tim Drake getting a boyfriend in Bernard Dowd. But recently DC Comics has moved against such traditions in a way that shocked readers by insisting on a straight Robin in his own series. Oh god, slap everyone's wrist, I guess. But sales plummeted, pun intended, as the new straightness became more and more apparent. At the time of cancellation, writer Josh Williamson pandered to his dwindling straight audience and tweeted out the news. As Robin number 17 came out last week, I wanted to celebrate the end of the series. Robin has easily been the most fun I've had at DC. I loved writing Damian and the world we started to build for him. Thanks artist, blah blah blah. And thanks DC for giving me an opportunity to write a character as great as Damian. Thanks to everyone else, blah blah blah. Sorry if I missed anyone. And I need to give a special thanks to someone else, a favourite artist, who shaped so much of this comic's identity and brought out the best in me. We'll do it again, dude. Thank you to all the readers and retailers that supported the book. And then Bleeding Cool was like, no thanks to all the traditional gay comic book readers who stayed away from this title in droves. Wow. Naturally, the YouTube comic book commentator will be celebrating the cancellation of this comic book 3 months ago as proof that DC Comics has failed its traditional base of gay comic book readers who have been reading its comics for decades but trying to chase after the straight dollar who don't even actually buy comic books. What? You can... Who the fuck is this guy? That isn't the guy who wrote this, is it? It is actually Rich Johnston. You're the guy that actually wrote this. Wow. No way, man. You wrote this. You're a father of two. You live in London. Oh. You wrote this, Rich. You wrote this. And you're talking about sexualising a child. It's not a good look, mate. Gay, straight propaganda. Fuck. There's that gay white knighting for you, I guess.